3 reasons why your offer will not be accepted. Hey everybody, it's Mike Bryant with the Bryant Ferguson Group, and today I want to record this brief video, the 3 reasons why your offer won't be accepted. We've been running into this a lot in this hot market, particularly with first-time buyers. But before I get into the 3 reasons, I want to encourage you to like the video if you like this content, and also to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when we put new content out. I am in the process of moving here in the next week or so. Our office is moving from Raymore to Lee Summit. You'll see, like behind me, I've got these pictures on the wall that are all gone and they're getting ready to get packed up. So we may not post anything for the next couple of weeks, but I just wanted to let you know that we're in a little bit of a transition here. So let's go ahead and get into this subject. So reason number 1 that your offer may not get accepted in a competitive multiple offer situation is the offer is not clean. A clean offer is straightforward. It is a purchase price. It is a healthy earnest money deposit. The financing is laid out. The pre-approval letter is solid. Everything is good to go, and there's not a whole lot of contingencies or other factors in the offer that complicate things. Examples of these things would be any kind of a sale contingency. Obviously, if you're a first-time buyer, you wouldn't have a sale contingency, but current homeowners do have a sale contingency, and that's a distinct disadvantage in a multiple offer situation. Another example would be warranty, asking for a home warranty, or asking for seller concessions, which is frequent with first-time buyers, and we'll get into that a little bit more in the 3rd section here. Reason number 2, your pre-approval letter isn't strong or isn't strong enough. Now, we know we need to have a pre-approval letter, but what makes the difference on a pre-approval letter? Well, first of all, there's 2 different things. There's a pre-qualification letter, which is normally what you get quickly from a lender. You go in, you fill out a loan application, you declare your income, but you haven't backed all of that up with documentation that the lender needs to see to validate everything. So they'll issue a letter based on what you've told them, but it's not as strong as a pre-approval letter where they've already gone through underwriting and they've fully vetted your financial situation. So it's better to have the full pre-approval letter versus the pre-qualification letter if you can get that done. Having a local lender is a plus. These companies like Rocket Mortgage and some of these other ones, they're perfectly fine companies, but they're big bureaucracies and they're big outfits, and they churn out these pre-approval letters, and the chances of failure from one of these big companies where the lender is out of state or can't be reached or is hard to reach, that throws a little bit of shade on that pre-approval letter. So it's always best when you can work with a local lender, get the full pre-approval letter, which takes a little more time, but get that, and then have that lender be accessible. In fact, I like to encourage the listing agents when we're submitting offers to reach out directly to the lender and have a conversation about the creditworthiness of the buyer before they accept an offer or not. If you're in a competitive offer situation and your offer is neck and neck with another, but they have a stronger lender relationship or a better situation, it just adds a little bit of confidence to that seller about that offer is going to get selected. Reason number 3, your offer is perceived as risky. Now, the first 2 things that I talked about are things that do add risk, but there may be some other things as well that just might let the seller think that, man, this offers, the numbers are there, but I just don't feel as strongly about it. Now, what are those kind of things? Well, when we talked earlier about seller concessions, if you are a first-time buyer and you're scraping every penny that you have in order just to make the down payment, or you're involved in maybe even a down payment assistance program or another lender-driven program or state grant program that is giving you assistance on the purchase, those things all add dollars. Dollars have to come into it somewhere, and they end up being closing costs, upfront fees to enable you to get that deal done. And then oftentimes then we'll have to add that seller concession, which means the seller is going to take a flat amount of money that we negotiate and credit you at closing to offset any or all of your closing costs. So if we have a big seller concession number, then we have to add even more to the purchase price in order for that to be competitive against other offers that maybe don't have a seller concession component on it. Well, then that leads into a risk for the seller that the house is not going to appraise. Let's say we have a $200,000 house and it's listed at $200,000, multiple offers are coming in, and we need $6,000 of seller concessions on our deal. We need to offer $206,000 with the $6,000 coming back to us from the seller in order just for the seller to net the $200,000. So we need to be super aggressive on the price in order to accommodate for the seller concession. And now we've priced ourselves up and above what is likely the appraised value to be. And there's risk associated with that. If they accept an offer like that and then the appraisal comes in short, then everybody has to renegotiate, and you as the buyer, if you have to have a seller concession, well, those are usually the first things to go in a situation like that. So it's just a risk component that if we can avoid it, we want to avoid it. So those are the three basic reasons why offers are not accepted, even if they are competitive on the price side of it. There are a lot of other factors. So what I recommend is if you're going into being a buyer in this kind of a market, you know you have to be able to put a competitive offer down because of the areas that you're buying in or the price point that you're buying in. Then make sure your real estate agent lays all of this out for you so that you can game plan how to get the offers put in that will be effective and that will be accepted. Otherwise, you're going to be left with just having to buy something that really nobody else is bidding on, and that's probably not a house that you're going to want. So this market has created unique situations for buyers in order for them to be competitive. So I hope that's been helpful. There's a whole lot more we can unpack on that, but for the sake of time, I'll leave it at that. You just want to make your offer as strong as you can, and your agent can help you to identify opportunities that you have to strengthen your offer when you do submit it. So I hope you have a great day. It is something like 0 degrees outside on February the 12th as I'm recording this. So everybody stay warm, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care, everyone.